Today, it's Reform UK's candidate, Dame Andrea Jenkyns, and she's joining us now. Dame Andrea, good evening to you.
Hello, Peter.
Now, you voted against devolution and giving councils more powers when you were an MP, so you've changed your mind now, have you? And you think it's good for Lincolnshire?
Well, look, it's when I was a skills minister, because, look, you get good mayors who, I think, even though I'm not Labour, I think Andy Burnham does a pretty good job, Ben Houchen, etc. But you get some mayors who are not so good, who you can't necessarily trust with these.
But you have changed your mind. You think a mayor now for Lincolnshire is a good thing?
Well, I think in any role, it's like if you get a bad prime minister, look what's happening to the country at the moment. So it's about leadership for me. Always has been about leadership.
OK, you say in your blurb you're not a career politician, but you are a career politician, aren't you? That's a bit I didn't understand.
Well, what in a career politician is only someone who's only ever done politics. I'm nearly 51. I went into politics in my late 30s, and I've had a career outside politics. So how is that a career politician, Peter? OK. I've got a couple of questions here, quick questions with yes/no answers, just to help us understand. Do you really believe that net zero is madness? Yes. In
favour of solar farms in the county?
No, I don't mind solar if it's on sort of like roofs of buildings, because look, let's face it, energy costs is so high. If businesses, I opened one for Coca-Cola, which was on an old disused cast mine, that was different. But when it's on our prime agricultural land and it's desecrating our farmlands, definitely not.
So you mentioned net zero is madness.
Yeah.
So if you're a viewer and you care about renewable energy, you're not the candidate for them. Is that fair to say?
Well, look, what I believe, Peter, is energy security and food security. And what we're seeing with British Steel, which the Conservative candidate wanted to hit net zero.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you.
But I'm just saying what's happened is it's desecrating our industries. Look, British Steel is a prime example. With a push for net zero, is trying to push for arc furnaces, which doesn't burn virgin steel. It's madness.
And just to clarify, you do or you don't believe in climate change?
Do I believe? Look, I'll always try and look. I'm a vegetarian. I'll always try and protect animals where I can. But I just think it's got bonkers, to be honest with you. And it's actually become an industry now. Look at what we only saw today. Dale Vince, the largest party donor, who's
I'm not talking about
of Heckington, is now selling it on. So
OK. Last question. In one sentence, why should you be mayor of Lincolnshire?
So why should I be mayor? Because the Conservatives have held power for too long across Lincolnshire. If you want somebody to actually make sure that we rip it apart, we actually make sure that every penny of taxpayers' money is well spent.
Time is up. Dame Andrea, good to have you on the programme. Thank you very much indeed for
I noticed you didn't do this with a Conservative candidate. You didn't.
Everybody's getting the same time, Dame Andrea.
Same time, but Peter, with respect, I just had a asking yes or no questions. So, it does surprise me. The BBC have been ringing around candidates today to try and stir things for reform. So
Dame Andrea Jenkyns, thank you very much indeed for coming on. Most grateful to you.